and welcome to the La Joya Independent School District Class of 2024 for Next Generation Learning and T-STEM Academies Induction Ceremony. I am Belinda Garcia, the Academy Marketing Specialist for the Academies of La Joya ISD, and I will serve as your Mistress of Ceremonies for tonight's special induction ceremony. As the COVID-19 pandemic has plagued our entire world, we at La Joya ISD know firsthand the impact this pandemic has had on our small community. We witnessed countless parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, friends, and family members who succumbed to the complications due to the virus. At this time, I'd like to ask you to join me and our educational leaders as we hold a moment of silence for the many souls we lost and honor their lives and, of course, their memory. Thank you. As we honor those we lost, we also honor the country that has afforded us the opportunities that we have today to succeed in whatever we choose. To help honor our United States of America by singing our national anthem is student Melanie Villarreal, who is a senior from the Academies of Arts and Humanities at La Joya High School. We ask that you please stand wherever you are to salute the flag.
Oh, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Melanie. You may be seated. Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. In today's world, we know time is valuable, and choosing to attend an event like this, especially over a computer or a phone screen, exemplifies your willingness to support your child in each educational endeavor. Thank you, parents, family, and friends who have joined us for this special celebration. It is our distinct honor to work with these students every day, and we wholeheartedly believe that every child inducted today will be successful. On behalf of La Joya ISD, we again welcome you virtually to this event. At this time, I'd like to take a moment to recognize our special guests who play a huge role in the success of the Academies of La Joya ISD. And now, I will introduce our Board of Trustees. Our President, Ms. S.P. Ochoa. Our Vice President, Ms. Mary T. Hernandez. Our Secretary, Mr. Oscar Salinas. Our Board Member, Mrs. Nereida Cantu. Our Board Member, Mr. Armin Garza. Another Board Member, Mrs. Claudia Ochoa. And last but certainly not least, our Board Member, Alex Cantu. I'd also like to take the time to recognize our school district administration team. Our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Gisela Science. Our Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction, Mrs. Magda Villarreal. Our Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources, Mr. Martin Munoz. Our Assistant Superintendent for Administration and Finance, Mr. Joel Trevino. Our Assistant Superintendent for Student Services, Mr. Jose Luis Morin. And our Assistant Superintendent of Operations, Mr. Ricardo Villarreal. There are countless individuals who work diligently to make sure the Academies of La Joya ISD are a success. Some of those individuals include all of our high school, middle school, and elementary principals. To them, we say thank you. Also, I would like to recognize the campus Ford NGL and T-STEM Academy directors and their counselors that work daily with the students. And last, but certainly not least, I want to take the time to recognize those individuals who work tirelessly to come up with the perfect lesson plan and brainstorm creative ideas to ensure all their students succeed. And those are our teachers. Please, if you see them or speak to them, take the time to say thank you for the wonderful job they're doing with this virtual learning initiative we are currently going through. In addition, I would also like to recognize all the parents joining us online tonight. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to work with your child every single day. We encourage all of you to send in a selfie or a picture to your Academy director or counselor to feature you on our Facebook page at a later date so we can see just how special this induction ceremony is to you and your family. Partnering with Ford Next Generation Learning, a partner with Ford Motor Company Educational Foundation, and RGV LEAD, Rio Grande Valley Linking Economic and Academic Development, the creation of the Academies of La Joya ISD are meant to strengthen partnerships with the potential employers in order to bring our students internship opportunities and be college, career, and workforce ready. Here at La Joya ISD, students have unique opportunities if they choose to become part of an academy. From students teaming up with Rio Grande Regional Hospital to test students in the elementary grades for diabetes at the Academy for Health Science Professions STEM, to building robotic cars at Juarez Lincoln T-STEM, to our award-winning musical groups at La Joya High School Fine Arts Academy, to practicing their teaching skills with students at a nearby elementary school at Palmview High School Public Service Academy, to students who belong to one of our academies are being set up to make a difference in their communities by becoming leaders. One of those leaders in our community has used her voice to advocate for more programs for our students. Our La Joya ISD School Board of Trustee President, Ms. Espi Ochoa, is no stranger to making sure La Joya ISD stays on the map of innovative learning and teaching. Tonight, she joins us with a special message.
Good evening. I'm Espi Ochoa, your president of La Joya Board of Trustees for La Joya ISD. Tonight is a wonderful celebration of the current and future success of the Academies of La Joya ISD. First of all, let me start off by saying how incredibly proud we are of all of you being inducted tonight to a special group of students that have selected the Academies of La Joya ISD to further your high school opportunities. Your induction tonight is not only a testament to your drive and perseverance to succeed, but also to the belief that your parents, caretakers, and educators instilled in you to take on this challenge. When we started the Academies of La Joya ISD years ago, we envisioned the opportunities our high school students would have when they considered their college, career, and life opportunities. Now, looking back, we are astounded at just how many opportunities have come to fruition because of the vision our directors, counselors, teachers, and staff have created for our students up to this point. Interactive lessons, hands-on field trips, and a curriculum tailored to making learning creative and fun, just a few of the areas set La Joya ISD apart from other districts. During this COVID-19 pandemic that has impacted our world globally and us as educational leaders, we have been tasked with bringing our vision and educational opportunities to our students via the internet through weekly educational modules and college and career conversations with Ms. Belinda Garcia that are geared to one-on-one conversations with outstanding alumni and career professionals explaining how La Joya ISD prepared them to succeed. We realize that social media platforms are the connection we have with all of you, and being the perfect opportunity to bring real-life experiences along with educational and career advice through the wonderful use of technology. Now, more than ever, we have that work collaboratively to bring those experiences to you at home. Upon graduation, many of our students will have earned up to 60 hours of college credit. industry certifications, and even associate degrees. We believe each of our students has a talent and unlimited potential waiting to be unlocked. At La Joya ISD, we believe success starts and ends with our careful educational cultivation of each of our students to prepare them for the successful future. We invite you to immerse yourself in many opportunities because we believe that educational excellence is the right of every student, and that every student at La Joya ISD, whether we are near or far, shine bright. Once again, on behalf of myself and my colleagues on the Board of Trustees, we wish amazing success, and we look forward to hearing about your future accomplishments.
Thank you so much, Ms. Ochoa. And although we can't physically be together right now, leaders are what we hope for once our students graduate, and we hope that when presented with the opportunity to help the community that helped mold them, they take the opportunity to do just that. Our guest speaker tonight is no stranger to our La Joya ISD community either. La Joya ISD Police Chief Raul Gonzalez is not only known for his job as being our Chief of Police, a proponent of school safety, a guide in tough situations, but is also known for his work and encouragement with our students. It's not rare for you to see him talking to students in the hallway of a high school, or to see him talking to parents at a sporting event, or even addressing concerns that an administrator may have. Chief Gonzalez may not have graduated from our district, but he did grow up in an environment very similar to what we see here every single day. He knows the concerns, the values, and setbacks, but he also knows how to overcome those setbacks. Chief Gonzalez is the epitome of a leader, and we are so honored to have the helm of our police force be with us tonight and share his background and his success. Without further ado, please help me welcome Chief Raul Gonzalez.
Hello, class of 2024. My name is Raul Gonzalez, and I'm honored to have been selected to speak to you, and hopefully my story will inspire you, and hopefully you will be able to see how life gives us challenges and how we can overcome those challenges through commitment, dedication, service, and hard work. So the first thing is, who is this guy and why is he selected to be the one that wants to inspire us today? Well, I, like many of you, have had many challenges throughout my life. I was born in South McAllen to a family of 12 kids. I'm the 10th youngest of 12. We lived in a neighborhood that had drugs and gangs, and we lived on social services. So I knew that we didn't have an upbringing that was easy for us. When I was growing up until the age of 21, I worked out in the fields like many of you and many of your parents. My parents migrated to the United States seeking a better life and seeking a better future for themselves. And along the way, had our 12 kids. So this is not, my career has not been something that has been easy for me. It has been a lot of hard work. So let me tell you a little bit about hard work. When we were growing up, we migrated to different parts of the country. So we met a lot of people. And at times we lived in a truck for a week because we didn't have a home. But we were there because we needed to work and we needed to survive. So as I got older and I went through the McAllen schools, I realized that I didn't want to do this for the rest of my life. But I can tell you that when we were working out in the fields, I always tried to be the hardest worker out there. When I was in high school, like many of you are selecting different paths and different careers, I saw that my brother was a police officer in FAR, and I realized that that was something that I could do. So when I was a senior, I started focusing more on wanting to see what is it that I needed to do to become a police officer. I joined the law enforcement class at McAllen High School, and I learned a little bit more of what I needed to do. I learned that in order for me to be a police officer, I needed to go to college, and I needed at least 2 years of a college degree. During that time, when I graduated from high school, it was back in 1990, and the only college in the area that provided a 2-year degree was Texas Southmost College in Brownsville. So I asked my parents if I could attend. And my parents says, we're gonna treat you like we treated you for the last 18 years. We're here to support you. We're not gonna be able to afford housing for you in Brownsville. So you're gonna have to figure it out. And I've been figuring it out as I went along all this time. When I decided to go to college, my dad and my mom told me two things are gonna happen. Number one is you will not be able to stay in Brownsville. And number two, you will have to continue working and making sure that you provide and help us here with the family. So I did. I enrolled at Texas Southmost College, and every day I would drive from McAllen to Brownsville and come back and work late to 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, get up again at 7 in the morning and drive back to college to go to class. And this was something that I knew that I had to do because I didn't want to be working on the fields all my life. So I did it for 2 years. And the last year, I needed 2 classes. And those 2 classes were given to, were provided, and they were provided on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And they were provided at the same time at 9 o'clock in the morning. And my dad says, you're not gonna go an extra semester. You can't afford it. So you need to figure it out. So I went to the professors and I talked to them and I said, what can I do? I cannot come another semester. I can't afford it. He says, well, why don't you do this? On Tuesdays, come to one class, and then on Thursdays, go to the other one. And then get with your friends and get their notes and do the work. And I said, all right, we'll do it. And I was able to do it. So after I got my 2-year degree from Texas Southmost College, I immediately enrolled in the Lower Rio Grande Valley Police Academy. And by the time that I finished, I was 20 years old. And I was a certified police officer. So I started applying in different agencies and trying to see if somebody would hire me. I didn't know that I couldn't get hired until I was 21 years old because I couldn't buy any bullets during that time. So finally in December of 1992, the city of Mission gave me an opportunity. They hired me and I started my career in Mission PD. So for the last 28 years, I've been a police officer. And for the first 8 years of my career, I was there at Mission PD. And when I went in there, I said, I'm gonna dedicate all my efforts and I'm gonna commit to this organization as best as I can. So I did. I started off on patrol. I started working hard. I was a police officer who had the most traffic stops on a weekly basis, but I never intended to hurt anyone or harm anybody. I always try to help them out. If they didn't have if they didn't have insurance, I won't let them drive. I would tell them, go to the nearest insurance agent, get your insurance. Back then, people needed insurance. If they didn't have a driver's license, park your car, give them a warning. So trying to help people because I knew that they all had challenges and they all had needs. And I knew that if we just kept on enforcing and making them pay for these tickets, that they were gonna continue struggling in their personal life. So I was on patrol for about a year. And then an opportunity came about. And the chief said, do you want to be an investigator? I said, why not? So I took the test, got the highest grade, and within a year and a half, I became an investigator. And my opportunities as a police officer grew and grew a lot. I learned how to investigate all different types of cases. I learned how to investigate theft cases, missing persons cases, homicides, kidnappings, international cases in Mexico. So I was on the rise as an investigator. So then, about 5 years into what I was doing, the police chief asked me if I wanted to be the spokesperson for the Mission Police Department. And I said, why not? One thing that my dad and my mom taught me was never say no to opportunities. So I took the opportunity. I became the spokesperson for Mission PD, and at the same time, I became the coordinator for Crime Stoppers and also the recruiter and internal affairs investigator for the organization. So along the way, I met a lot of good, courageous men and women there at the organization and in other departments across the valley. So I continued to work, and unfortunately, in 1999, we had a big tragedy that happened in the country, and that's in Columbine. School shooting, school districts, are faced with a challenge of wanting to protect kids. And La Joya was no exception to that rule. La Joya in 1999 and early 2000, they started talking about wanting to form their own police department. And I was recruited to come and be your police chief. So when I was hired, I told them I've got 3 things that I can offer you. Number 1 is dedication, commitment, and hard work. And I'm willing to stay here as long as you want me. And for the last 19 and plus years, I've been your police chief. And it has been a very, very challenging, enthusiastic, but more importantly, rewarding time that I spent here. So as a police chief, when I came in, we didn't have any police officers. I remember when I came in, the first couple of weeks, I would ask myself, what am I doing? I mean, I had everything in mission. I didn't have to worry about starting an organization, but I wasn't gonna give up and I wasn't gonna give in and I was gonna work hard. So the first thing that I did is I met with the security officers that we had. We had about 30 security officers. And I told them, look, we're only gonna be as good as you are and you're only gonna be as good as how I can beat you. So let's work on this and let's try to make the best organization that we can. So in the summer of 2001, we were able to hire our first 10 police officers. And as we moved forward, we started asking for grants, we started doing different things with the organization, and we started growing. And right now we're almost at 100 personnel, over 60 police officers, and we continue to have at least 30 security officers. And I'm very proud to say that several of the police officers that came through our organization are now chiefs in different organizations. And that's a reflection of what we do here at La Joya ISD. And some of the things that we've done at La Joya ISD through hard work, dedication, and commitment and service is to serve you, the students, to see what we can do to protect you. So we have some state-recognized programs within the department. For example, we have the Certified Campus Crime Stoppers, and we use it to protect you, to make sure that we don't bring drugs and people that bring illegal weapons, that people are able to call us anonymously and we're able to collect them and confiscate them and protect you. So that is a very important program that we have. We have a K-9 program that is above and beyond a very, very good program when it comes to searching for drugs. And the men and women that handle that program are excellent employees, and we continue to do that. We recently, not too long ago, started the first offender program. We were the first school district in the state of Texas that had a first offender program to help kids that make a mistake. So if you were less than 16 years of age and you made a mistake and you committed a crime, through this program, we're giving you a second opportunity. We're literally shredding your case so that you can start all over, because we understand that some of you have challenges and some of you want to go to college and some of you want to have a good career and some of you want to be doctors and some of you want to be attorneys and police officers. So I felt as a police chief that it was important that we give you these opportunities that we didn't have when we were growing up. Now, I can tell you this, you're not going to hear from me that, you know, this police chief did a lot of things that he wasn't supposed to, because I didn't. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I never use drugs. And I tell all of our officers that we are a reflection of the community. We are the role models. For some of the kids that come to our schools, we want to show them and we want to let them know that we're here to help them and that we are the good people. So as an organization, we continue to do that. You know, right now we are faced with a very difficult crisis, and it's a health crisis. And all of us are trying to deal with it. We wear face masks, face coverings, hand sanitizing. We're worried and people are concerned. But in this career, I've always remind our officers that, you know, I am very, very honored and pleased to know that they selected this career, because we get up in the morning and we say goodbye to our families with an understanding that we may not make it home, that this may be the last time that we see our houses and we see our kids and we see our loved ones. So now that we are going through this crisis, this pandemic, it's the same thing. And I told my officers, take care of yourselves. Always remind yourselves that you chose this career not because of the pay. You know, we don't get that pay, but we do it because the rewards that we see. And the rewards that we see is you all graduating. When you graduate in 2024, we're hoping to see you walk down the aisle and see those smiles, and hopefully you can continue moving on. So again, this has been a very rewarding and enjoyable career for me and for the staff. I know that we've had some challenges, and along the way, it's been very enjoyable. You know, I can talk to you about many of the things that you'll get to learn. So if you select to be in the service of law enforcement, I can share some of the stories that I've done. Number one is I've gone to Minnesota and worked on homicide cases that started or initiated over there, but there was a connection between here and the Valley. I worked on cases that ended up in Mexico, and now I see the Netflix movies Narcos, and I remember working on some of those particular cases. So it's very important that you stay committed, stay focused, understand that there's going to be challenges in your personal life, understand that there's going to be challenges here. I applaud you and congratulate you for joining the Academies. I know that this is going to be very exciting for you. La Joya ISD, our school board, has always provided many opportunities for all of you, and please take advantage of those opportunities. Again, this is very important for us, so that you can understand that you are the future of La Joya ISD. And we want for you to shine bright, and we want for you to be the best that you can. So again, class of 2024, thank you for letting me be part of your induction ceremonies today, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, Chief Raul Gonzalez. You undoubtedly make us all proud of your accomplishments. Your message was both inspiring and motivating. We know that anything is possible with the Si Se Puede attitude, and we thank you for reminding us to believe in ourselves each and every day. At this point, we want to congratulate each and every Academy student that is part of our induction tonight. Their name will be on the screen, and we encourage all of you to send in a selfie or a picture to your Academy director or counselor to feature you on our Facebook page at a later date. Now, for the official pinning ceremony, Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Gisela Science, will now join us.
It is my distinct honor to officially welcome the class of 2024 to the Academies of La Joya ISD. All of you that are witness to this virtual ceremony are destined for greatness, and we look forward to hear of your accomplishments in the years to come. The last 2 years, the Academies of La Joya ISD have had 100% college acceptance. This means that every student was accepted into a college or university of his or her choice. This year, we are pleased to welcome 501 freshman students into the 6th cohort of our academies, bringing the total number of students in the Academies of La Joya ISD to 2,492. Because of the trying times COVID-19 has brought to our world, and specifically our educational system, we are unable to follow through with our usual events. However, we want all of you to know how incredibly special tonight's induction ceremony is, not only for you as our students, parents, but also our district. All of you should have received an Academies pin of La Joya ISD that we hope you would wear proudly as a symbol of your dedication to success throughout the next 4 years of your high school career. Please take out the Academies pin that was sent to you. I will now explain to you the symbolization of the 5 stars of the pin. The Public Service Academy is the green star. The Academies of Humanities is the purple star. The Business and Industry Academy is the blue star. The Academy of Health Science Professions and STEM is the red star. And the T-STEM Academy is the orange star. The 4 Next Generation Learning Academies of La Joya ISD are divided into 4 academies: Public Service, Business and Industry, Arts and Humanities, and the Academy of Health Science Professions and STEM. Through a rigorous curriculum, the academies are revolutionizing secondary education into one that exposes students to real-world careers while offering training in industry skills, internships, and job shadowing opportunities. Fort NGL mobilizes educators, employers, and community leaders to prepare a new generation of young people who will graduate from high school ready for college, careers, and life, prepared to compete successfully in the 21st century economy. The Academy of Health Science Professions and Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics is a standalone campus that follows the 4 Next Generation Learning model. Students attending this academy have the opportunity to earn college credit hours towards an associate's degree in nursing and allied health field, or an associate's degree in STEM-related fields such as mathematics, biology, computer science, interdisciplinary studies, and science in partnership with South Texas College. La Joya ISD proposes to increase the number of Hispanic students entering science, technology, and mathematics fields by offering the Texas T-STEM Academies. The T-STEM Academies are small schools within a larger school at each comprehensive high school. These 9th through 12th grade schools are focused on providing students with the opportunity to work toward a 2-year college associate's degree in STEM fields through South Texas College. Through project-based learning and teaching strategies, T-STEM Academy students are able to learn through real-world scenarios, challenges, and problems, allowing students to develop their critical thinking, problem-solving, teamwork, and self-management. As you can see, the Academies of La Joya ISD are well equipped with the knowledge to propel our students into the college and career of their choice with the help of some of the greatest educators the world has to offer. Students, Academy graduation class of 2024, it is my honor to induct you into the Academies of La Joya ISD student cohort. You have fulfilled all the requirements for membership in your particular academy and have been selected to represent La Joya ISD as students of the Academies of La Joya ISD. We wish you amazing success in the future. And remember, whether we be together or apart, we will shine bright at La Joya ISD.
Thank you, Dr. Science. Ladies and gentlemen, parents, students, and distinguished guests watching with us tonight, it is my honor to present to you the now inducted members of the Ford Next Generation Learning and T-STEM Academy of La Joya ISD graduating class of 2024. Wherever you are, please join me in applauding their achievements. Students, it is my pleasure to welcome you into the Academies of La Joya ISD. I now challenge you to be role models, instruments of change, and the leaders of tomorrow. Congratulations again, and on behalf of the La Joya ISD administration, staff, and our Board of Trustees, we wish you continued success. This concludes our induction ceremony. We know that together or apart, our students at the Academy of La Joya ISD will continue to shine bright. Thank you for joining us and have a wonderful evening.